Hello, geezers. Welcome back to WezLife. This is episode 13 now. Oh my days. 13 episodes of this podcast. This is absolutely crazy. Can't believe this was started all the way back in September. Um, and as a result, it's come from you guys and wanting it. Well, some of you anyway. This episode, I haven't even got anything planned, to be honest. I'm just going to ramble on, I guess. Um, I've It's quite obvious that the views are depleting. I've been looking at them. I had a spike with the Calvinism one, and yeah, they're going down a bit now. But that doesn't matter. I'm not even that fussed, to be honest. I don't ever want to try and make any kind of content to draw people in, or like these YouTubers where they put clickbait titles or thumbnails, whatever. I don't want to do that. I just want to speak about whatever I want to speak about, and if you guys want to listen, that would be good. So I'm not too fussed. Just doing it for myself more than anything. But yeah, if you want to be a guest on here, please get in touch because I want to have more guests on. Like, I much prefer having guests on here and just finding something to talk about. I guess really, but yeah, if if we don't have any, then that's fine. It'll just be me. I'll just keep doing this until I eventually get bored of it or whatever. But yeah, last episode I spoke about the possibility of story time with Wes returning, and I think I'm gonna stick with that. I think I'm gonna in the new year. I'm gonna get a much better like recording equipment, so a much better mic, and all that besides whatever. And I think I am gonna do read Pride and Prejudice. Um, I've been looking into different books that I can read, and Pride and Prejudice is one that interests me. If you do have a suggestion, all I want you to do is go and go away and Google the books that are in the public domain, because any books that are in there, I can read without getting some kind of copyright strike or whatever malarkey. Um, so if you want me to read a book, that's what you got to do. It's got to be a book that's in the public domain, and then just give me your suggestions. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Um, so where's Wes? Where have I been in this past week? Mainly, I've just been at home, and I've just been getting a lot of my assignment work out of the way and just done and completed. And yeah, it's taken me a long time really to get most of the assignments done. I had to do a literature review, which was a massive pain. Spend a lot of time, obviously researching and then cobbling it all together and writing it all up. In the end, I had 8,007 words, which is ridiculous. Don't want to ever do that again, but I've now got to write a report based off of the literature sources I've found anyway. So that's been boring. Sorry, I've got a cup of tea. I tell you what, I don't know if I've mentioned this in a previous episode or not, but there's Yorkshire tea. They do these tea bags, and they came out last year. No, it was this year actually. This year, flip me. And they're called. Hang on, they're actually here on my shelf. Malty biscuit brew. Tastes like tea and biscuits, Yorkshire tea. And I tell you what, when they brought it out, I thought it was an April Fool's prank because I think they brought it out in like March time, and I was like, "Oh, this is an early prank." This because I saw it on Facebook. And I went out because he said they sell them in Morrison's. Morrison's didn't have any, and they never heard of it. So I was like, "Oh, well, that's a load of rubbish." And then about 2 months ago, I was just in Asda, and I was walking through the aisle where they do all the tea and coffee and all sorts of rubbish, and I saw him was like Yorkshire tea biscuit brew. I was like, flip me, I'm buying them. So I bought them, and they're really nice. So I've got one now. Mm. I tell you what, it smells like that. Well, obviously them malt biscuits, with the little cows on and stuff like that. It smells like them. Doesn't really affect the taste that much, but it is good. If you're ever out and about in like a supermarket and you see them, I'd definitely pick them up and give them a go because they smell amazing. Like I desire biscuits now. Just they smell great. But yeah, I've got a Yorkshire tea. I've got that's what I'm drinking right now. I don't know who it was who said about Yorkshire tea, but not Yorkshire tea. Someone was saying something about it to me recently, and I did a episode about the how to make the perfect cup of tea. Apparently, not everyone agrees, and they don't say Yorkshire tea is best. But I disagree with anyone. Yorkshire tea is hands down my favourite tea. It's a lovely tea. But I think the worst tea that I've ever had is Thai Fu. Thai Fu tea is horrible in my opinion. Never mind about that anyway. So yeah, I'm trying to think of any other stuff that I've been up to. It's not been a lot really. I've been doing board games as I normally would. Monday nights I play board games with a couple of people. That's something I've not actually. I don't think I've touched on much, to be honest. Board games. Now, I absolutely love board games, but proper board games, not the type of board games that you would probably think of. Sorry to I'm not trying to put anyone down or anything, but if you think of board games, you don't think of the games that I would think of. People normally think of Monopoly or Cluedo. I don't know. There's also the typical board games you find in the normal shop, them types of games. But I don't like any of them. I call them normie games, and sorry to I'm not. I don't. You know what? I make this joke quite a lot, but some people get upset with me. So I apologise if I upset you. But yeah, I was first introduced to board games. Um, oh man, what year would it have been? Maybe 2017. 2000 and no, it would have been 2016 actually. Yeah, because I passed my driving test, and for Christmas that year, my dad he gave me this game. It was called Zombies by Twilight Creations, and it was a board game, and I was like, well, what is this? And my experience of board games up until that point were, like I said, Monopoly, Cluedo, Mousetrap, all them kind of games. I was like, what is this? So I went round to my mate's house and I brought it with me, and a couple of us played it, and it was one of the funniest nights of the year. I was like, flip man, this is so great. Why have we not why have I never heard of games like this? And it wasn't even a new game or anything like that. Now looking back on it, it's not the best game ever. It's a lot of luck based, but it's still really fun because I was so obsessed with it. I went away and bought all the expansions for it. Since then, I've spent a lot more time looking into board games and the different types of games and that kind of thing, and I've got quite a collection now. I've got a bookshelf. Well, it's not little. I've got a bookshelf in my room. Half of it is books and half of it is board games. So it's a lot. Oh man, I'm just trying to look at it now. Man, I must have about over 20 different board games. So yeah, it's quite a lot. But yeah, so board games are really good. Man, I'm just kind of rambling on this. Don't know where I'm going, but see, this is. I think I was saying this in my last episode that I just end up talking to myself a lot. If I had a guess now, it'd be really good because I'd just be like, yeah, we'd be having this conversation, whatever, and just talking about stuff. But yeah, never mind. Board games, they're amazing. If you have a recommendation by me, there's a really fun game that I first played it at the beginning of this year. Actually, it's called the Chameleon. Really funny game. It's essentially it's up to 8 players, and you all you have a card with a bunch of say if it's movies, you'll have a bunch of different movies on there, and then everyone will get dealt a card secret, and you'll either have one with a bunch of numbers, and then or there's one with a chameleon, and then someone rolls the dice, and then whatever the dice line up to, you look on your card, and it shows you the dice, and then it shows you where on the grid that movie is that you've got for that round. It's not always movies; it's a different topic every time. And so you look at it, and then everyone goes around the table giving a one word that is a clue to that movie. or whatever example it is, like, you know, if it's like a fruit or it could be a country or something like that. You give one word clue, and then at the end of it, you're all trying to discuss to see who you think is the chameleon. So with your clue, you don't want to give it away, but you also don't want to be too generic that people think you're the chameleon. And if you are the chameleon, you just want to try and say something and hope for the best. But yeah, at the end, you try and vote who you think the chameleon is based off the clue. It's a good game. I'd recommend anyone play that. It's for all situations. I've had a good laugh with that. So that's Chameleon anyway. Um, mm, you know, I think, was it yesterday? No, it was Tuesday night. Just thinking about this now. Now, I don't want to get into politics, actually, to be honest. You know what, Wes? I was talking about Where's Wes. That's it. I've been doing work and stuff. I think this is Wes Says now. This is just going in onto me, just rambling about loads of different stuff. But yeah, we've got the general election coming up soon. You are registered to vote. The deadline was on Tuesday night. That's over now. But anyway, what was I going to say on it then? Yeah, I was saying, so the deadline's already over. You can't register to vote now. So if you're not registered, then that's bad on you. Well, not bad on you. I'm just saying, well, you missed out. Sorry, but I don't know why I'm going into this because normally, I'm very strong opinionated on this because I actually do look into politics and that kind of thing, but I've never voted ever. Normally, I don't vote. I don't want to get into it too much because I don't want this channel to become political. I don't really know why I'm talking about this too much, but yeah, I never normally vote. Man, you know what? If you do want a video on it, comment below because I will go into a full explanation on it all. But I think my opinion has changed a lot over the past year. Um, mm, yeah, but this year I've registered to vote and I am planning on voting. I don't want to get into the reasons why I'm voting, or politics is one of these crazy subjects where if you talk about it, it's always like, oh, yeah. I'm planning on voting, and yeah, it's a reason why I'm voting. But yeah, I think, oh man, some of the things I look back on in the past, maybe past 3 years, and there's a lot of things where I was very strong opinionated on certain stuff. It's just crazy how all my opinions and different things and outlook on life has just changed loads. So if you'd have asked me this a year ago, like, oh, are you voting? I would have been like, heck no. But now it's just like, well, yeah, I actually do care a bit more about it. But yeah, I'm voting. If you've registered to vote but you didn't plan on voting, I'd say go and do a protest vote. So then you're still using your vote. If you don't care about it, still just do a protest vote. You just scribble on the piece of paper and stuff. It's because your vote, people did die for your vote and that kind of thing. So it does, in a sense, matter. But yeah, don't just vote for anyone. Really look into it and look at the reasons why you're voting. But a lot of politics they just lie, and so all the promises they make, there's no just take it as a pinch of salt. Is probably most likely not going to happen anyway. But politics anyway. Yeah, I don't know why I mentioned that. But that's that. No, I'm gonna go and pick up one of my friends from the airport soon. He's got back from Italy. Oh, it's my Bez. Oh, I'm picking him up. My Bez. Next year I've got a lot of plans on some kind of travel. I've got a lot of travel plans. So next year, 2020, I think it's gonna be the year of traveling for me. Like honestly, I've got a few different trips lined up. I've got a lot of I've got a road trip kind of planned for covering the whole UK, so England, Wales, Scotland. Going to cover the whole UK on a 3-week road trip. That is a plan. I'm not saying it's going to be definite, but it's a plan. Got a lot of different things. Hopefully, through next year, I'm still going to release WezLife, the podcast. I think it'll be really. I'll have a lot of interesting stuff to talk about, I guess, and especially with Wez. I'm looking forward to next year. Yeah, 2020 is going to be the year for me, I think. This year, oh man, I remember normally when people say things like, "Oh, this year's been a terrible year for me," or "Oh, hopefully next year's going to be good," I never really understand that because I don't always remember stuff that happens in the year. I think the sorry, I don't know what I'm going to say then. Losing my track of thought. Train of thought. I don't. Yeah. What was I going to say then? Oh yeah, I don't understand where people come from because normally I just forget a lot of things. But this year, I can honestly say, hand on heart, the beginning at least, the first 4 months, yeah, the first 4 months. I want to say 5 months because it started in December, but the first probably 5 months, honestly, the worst time of my life. Really difficult. Never been through a difficult. No, anything more difficult than what I did them first 5 months. But the rest of this year has been actually it's been pretty good. It's been going up and up and up, and I'm enjoying it. So I think next year I'm looking forward to it. High hopes. Going into the year, I'm just really excited, really positive, just feeling super joyful about it. Really. Um, so yeah, I think if you had a bad year, don't worry. 2020 is coming up. It's gonna be the year, man. It's gonna be good. Yeah. There's something else I wanted to talk about in this episode. Like I said, this one's just a bit me rambling on. I've got my fez actually. Yeah, you know what? Let's put my fez on. I feel bad for this fez. Right, got it on. Can you hear that? Feel bad for this fez. It's not being used as much as I'd like it to be. If you got any ideas, please let me know because we still need some. What's in a fez? I need to do like a questionnaire kind of. I don't know. There's maybe Twitter. I don't really use Twitter. I'm not huge on Twitter, but maybe I can start some on Twitter. I think a lot of my publicity is currently going on Facebook. But maybe I'll start using Twitter and try and get my name out there. Not my name out there. Use Twitter to try and get a questionnaire kind of thing going. Because really, Wes and Fez, I'd like to do a section where I just answer questions from anyone really, any type of questions. I don't care what they are. I'll answer them. I'm not afraid because some people they just avoid questions, but I'm willing to just answer all the questions. Because this is Wes Life. It's my life shared with you, I guess, and not everything, but But yeah, taking the fez off now. Man, I don't think I have a lot of stuff planned for. Well, actually, that's wrong. I was going to say over Christmas. Christmas is coming up, isn't it? And like the first week of November, right after Halloween. November's gone by proper quick, by the way, like mentally quick. Like it's Christmas. In like what is it? 27 days or something. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. It's not far off, but November's just flown by for me. Absolutely flown by. But I remember the first week, people are like getting Christmas decorations up and singing Christmas songs and everything. And I think that should all be saved for December. I think December should be the Christmas month because Christmas shouldn't last 3 months or whatever. It still goes on in January, like everyone's Christmas sales or blah blah blah. I'm not too fussed, but Christmas. Maybe I'll talk about this next week. Actually, my whole idea and thoughts on Christmas. But I look forward more to New Year. I'm really excited for New Year. I normally go on this camp for young Christians, and we have fellowship together, and it's a good laugh. I'm really looking forward to it. I've done that for the past like 5 years now, but really excited for that. Yeah, over Christmas I've got some kind of plans. I think I'm going to spend a lot of time with Jack actually, and got some fun presents for him. But yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end this episode here. Um, like I said at the beginning, I am gonna continue with the podcast. I'm gonna keep bringing it out. If I don't know what you guys want though. What I'm kind of in the dark at the minute because there's not many people who's actually giving me any kind of ideas or suggestions on this anymore. If you want me to cover a topic, talk about something specific, then I'll do it. I'll give my views, my opinions, and different things on it. I really will cover it, but I need you guys to uh, give me that suggestion. And regarding story time with Wes, if you want me to do that and you don't want me to do Pride and Prejudice, you want me to do something else, then let me know. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to suit you guys and whatever you want. But as I said, I'm enjoying this podcast, so I'm going to continue doing it until I don't want to do it anymore. Yes. Yeah. I'm going to end now with some wise words for you all. So, wise words with Wes. I'd say to you guys, this. If you think about this world, think about how big it is. It's absolutely massive. I see how big it is when I'm just driving around like Wales and stuff like that. And I'm just like, flip me, living in the UK is tiny compared to some other countries. And look at Wales, it's massive. And like driving around the countryside, it's ridiculous and it's amazing and really displays like the beauty of God, in my opinion, and his character and how he's created all of this world. It is massive. And then you think about the amount of people that are in this world. Like you go to like London or whatever, and it's just so busy. It's just crazily busy and hectic and stuff like that. It's just insane. You think about how many people there are, and I think my wise words to you really, I'm kind of going on to like, I think about when people are in relationships and they cheat on the partner or whatever like that. It upsets me. It's very sad. You see that in the world because we live in a broken world. I think things would be so much easier and better if we didn't have that. And so I think it's crazy that if you look at how big the world is and the amount of people it is, if you have managed to find someone who loves you for who you are, why would you ever want to go away and I guess cheat on them? I mean, think about it, the amount of people in this world, and someone has chosen you, I guess, and they want to love you for who you are. Why, why try and break that? I guess if you find someone who loves you for who you are, and they love you, and they want to make the relationship work, I guess, then try your best to just be with that person. Don't ruin it. And if the relationship isn't working, then there's no reason that you can't end it. But I'm saying if it is, then don't stop because this world's huge and that person has chosen you. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you've taken something out of that, but I just see the way the world is and how it's broken and that kind of thing, and it upsets me seeing these people who just they're with someone and then they get bored and then it's just like, oh, whatever. Just why can't people just I don't know. I guess I'm just saying this stuff because it upsets me seeing how the world is, I guess. But love the people that love you and be thankful for them because they've chosen you out of all the people in this world to actually love you. guess that's it really. Thanks for listening to this episode, guys. I know there's been nothing to this. Everything I've been speaking about is just kind of spur of the moment kind of thing. And so I apologise. I think maybe next time I'll have some structure and actually talk about something that's planned. Yeah, I hope you have a good week. Yeah, I hope for the rest of the week or whenever you listen to this, I hope you have a good day. Try to do your best to show some positivity, some love, smile at people, that kind of thing. You know, I sometimes I just drive around purposely with a smile to. I know it's weird, but you know, just try and make someone else smile. Look at someone, smile at them when they're crossing the road or whatever. You might look creepy, you might look weird or whatever, but sometimes it's nice, and sometimes people smile back at you, and then you get a nice kind of kick out of that, I guess. Yeah, no worries, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. Continue to let me know. Like I said, I need you guys to sort of comment or whatever. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you all later. Or I'll speak to you all later, and you'll listen, and I'll not see your face. But oh well. Yeah, thanks, guys. Goodbye. Testing.